الله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين مولانا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كل نفس ذائقة الموت آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. My brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this volume 2, part number 42, we'll continue with the recommended acts of burial, and we'll also see and talk about Mazhar Wahshat today, how important it is. When we have covered the grave, especially the relatives, we said that they should not be sprinkling sand or putting sand back into the grave. It's only the general public or the general mu'mineen who shall do that. Now, the method of putting sand into the grave is to take the sand on your palms, behind your palms, on your hand. Not to lift the sand and pour it. 3 times whilst you are doing that, you say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. That's the way of putting sand back into the grave. So you lift the sand as if you are brushing it into the grave, but with your hands open, using the back of your hand to put the sand back into the grave. Right, after the person is buried, the relatives come and pour water. But nowadays it has become, I don't know, a system that he will pour and he will pour and he will pour. Before it used to be very close relatives, probably 1 or 2 of the heirs of the person who has passed away. But now even my nephew, my brothers, I don't know, son-in-law or this one son-in-law, they are about 6, 7, 8. We are all waiting for them to pour water. That is not the mustahabat. Mustahabat is the close blood relatives to pour water. In this way, we are just delaying, we're just, putting a burden on the community who are waiting because they can't say anything. This is not a time that anybody would speak. Everybody is in a somber mood, we understand. But then the relatives have to understand that we just have those close relatives who are going to pour water onto the grave. Now, Mazhar Wahshat. Before that, as the people are leaving or after all the people have left, Hadith says that once people have left 40 steps from the grave and the Farishta come, Munkar Nakir come to ask questions. It is that fast. There is nothing like they will wait. There is no waiting. As soon as we leave from the graveyard, they come there. So it is mustahab at that time, it's not wajib. Mustahab to recite talqeen again before the person is left alone in the grave. That talqeen is again a reminder. Inshallah, we shall have a session to discuss what the meanings of talqeen are that we recite. So that talqeen is a reminder for him, what is Allah, who is your Lord, what is your book, which is your qibla, etc., etc. These are the things, that is haq and this is haq. We shall discuss this. So that is at the time after the people have left is when you recite the talqeen. Now, okay, I understand. Many a times it's not that we wait that the whole Qabristan is empty and then we recite talqeen. That's fine. People are busy giving condolences to the relatives. Somebody can come here with the permission of the relatives. If the relatives of the heir himself, if he or the guardian of the person who is passed away, he himself has to be happy that we are reciting. If he wants to recite himself, then it is his duty. We cannot take his duty. You see, the funeral duties are all first and foremost the requirement of the heir, the requirement of the person who is the guardian of the dead person. he does not do it, then the community does it. So many a times, not many, all the time, they know that the community has a committee who looks after these affairs, so they give this duty to the community, who then give it to the committee who looks after this and does this job as per the requirement of the Sharia. Right. Namaz-e-Wahshat. Namaz-e-Wahshat is very important. We should try and recite Namaz-e-Wahshat for any person that we hear who is passed away. Whether is your relative, whether is your friend, whether is in the foreign land, in Pakistan, in Europe, in Africa, wherever it is. When you get the news, normally we are on WhatsApp, we are on emails, we get these news very fast. Probably in an hour's time or half an hour's time, somebody passing away so far away, we all be informed. Like the lady who passed away here, before even the committee came to know, so many had their news in the WhatsApp. Around 8:30, 8:45, so many people had come to know, before even the committee came to know. So it's very fast, the news spreads. We are aware of who has passed away in the other side. But he's our brother, he's our sister. He or she deserves our condolences or our du'as for the forgiveness of that soul. It is very important. I'll give you a small incident of a person who has written this in his book, Allama Mirza Hussain Noori, in his book Darus Salam. He quotes from his teacher Al-Hajj Fath Ali Sultanabadi. These two were alims of their time. This Hajj, he's saying, it was my duty that I would recite Namaz-e-Wahshat whenever I heard about the death of an unknown or a known Shia. Wherever it is, I would recite Namaz-e-Wahshat. One day I met a friend who told me of a dream where he saw a Shia who died some days ago. Okay? Some days ago, the person had passed away. My friend asked him as to how he was. He said he was in deep trouble due to his deeds until so-and-so, this Hajj. Until this person recited Namaz-e-Wahshat for me, I was saved from severe punishments, and because of that, I am now explaining this namaz to all the friends there, that how important this namaz is. That person doesn't know him, but just because he recites Namaz-e-Wahshat for all the marhumeen, see, whenever that Namaz-e-Wahshat comes to that person, it saves him from the punishments of the grave. We are going to go into the grave. At that time, I'm telling you, nothing will help us apart from the du'as from the other mu'mineen. Our deeds and the du'as of forgiveness from other mu'mineen. There is nothing that's going to save us at that time. That is why in the hadith it says, if 40 mu'mineen ask for forgiveness, especially when Namaz-e-Wahshat is being recited, you ask for forgiveness for the person who has passed away. Namaz-e-Wahshat is very simple. The first rakat, you recite Ayatul Kursi after Suratul Hamd. Second rakat, 10 times Inna Anzalna after Suratul Hamd. And then after the Salah, you recite this small dua, Allahumma wa ba'ath thawabaha, O Allah, bless this sawab of these 2 rakats, thawabaha ila qabri marhum fulan bin fulan, whatever the name. So put this sawab into that grave. It is as simple as that. Whenever we finish burial at the graveyard, better we have a mosque there. Recite Namaz-e-Wahshat there, because by the time we go home, many of us are tired. Probably if the burial is at night, we reach home at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, most probably it's about 11. We are tired, we go to bed. And that Namaz-e-Wahshat is left behind. Recite Namaz-e-Wahshat there only. You don't know how that person is waiting for that Namaz-e-Wahshat. It's going to save his life there in the hereafter. A lot of punishment would be warded away by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of our du'as for that person. So it's very important that we be considerate at that time. Namaz-e-Wahshat takes about 4 minutes or 5 minutes. We cannot say that we don't have time. Recite that. Keep in mind that Namaz-e-Wahshat is also going to be beneficial to myself when I die. Inshallah, tomorrow I shall give you the hadith of those people who pray for the others, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept behind for them. Salu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma